I feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. You're alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Alrighty, let's real quick. Mic's on. My desktop audio hopefully is off. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Anime Night Night, where we're all come together. It's Saturday night. We're gonna sit together like we're friends in real life, except I've probably, realistically, never met any of you guys. My name is Chad Zimmerman. I am your humble DM and host of Anime Night, and we are watching, if I remember right, that's right, just like the background, the little gif that everyone on Tumblr ever has seen, we are watching 5 centimeters per second. That's right, this is an hour-long anime night where the anime itself is an hour long. It's a movie. I actually have a link down below if you guys would like to check. Should be under the, there's a little section with, it looks like a paragraph. It says if you'd like to join us. I would love to play this on screen for you guys. I don't mind. However, I don't want to get taken down, so you should go ahead right now and open that up. We are watching it. I'm watching the subbed version because it was either that or dubbed, and I would rather not even have subtitles, but it's Crunchyroll. What are you going to do? I try to support legal streaming sites. I'm sure there's a million other ones I could take the subs off of, but I want it to be legal. I would like to support the creators of cool things, and I hear this is a pretty cool anime. So hopefully I've given you guys enough time to catch up. One last thing. I do have, when I can open it up real quick, I always forget to open this part up. I do have a timer that I use to kind of keep up with stuff so you guys can see exactly where in the anime we are. One sec, let me reset it. So you'll see it, I just started it, you'll see it, let's see, this week. So close, that side. So it's at 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically, I'm going to start that at the same time in the anime, so if you'd like to sync them up, literally have it be like we're watching an anime together on a couch, under a blanket, drinking some wine. Or I guess water. I drink a lot of water. then we could do that. Let's get right into it because it is an hour long, and then I will catch up on chat. And also, let me stop and restart the timer. We will begin this week's anime night. 5 centimeters per second. By the way, I've never seen this before. I hear it tugs at the heartstrings, which is what I'm hoping. In 3, 2, 1, begin. And my volume should be all the way up. Hopefully. I don't even know. I have the quality all the way up, right? I do. Cool. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick. Wow, so far, sorry, I'm supposed to be looking at chat, but so far this is stunningly pretty. Wow, that's a surprise. What's up, Trick? Let's see. Trisha Tricks, Yuki Kobayashi. You guys were in here early, let me tell you. The Wicked Miscreant podcast. It's so nice to see that one of our little side project channels has become so popular. Chad has always been an ambitious young man, and seeing him gather such a cute following makes my heart swell. Weird. What up, Daniel? And let me get the chat up over here on my phone so I can actually keep track of everything, shall we? Ooh. And Labier's there. I wonder who's using the Wicked Miscreant one. I imagine it's Clayton, but gosh, can I not take the subtitles off? Nope. I'm stuck with the subtitles. Gosh, this is the sometimes on Crunchyroll you can take the subtitles off and sometimes you can't. Gosh, this is really pretty. Ash Sullivan, what's up? My Crunchyroll is not working for some unknown reason. I am not a tech person. I don't know why that might be. The only person has access to it besides you, Chad. I don't know if it was hacked, which is why I actually wrote you on Snapchat to make sure. Of course it's Clayton. Okay, just checking. Clayton said he was going to send furries to you, then left. He was going to do that the other day, too, which is fine. I'm sending furries to the stream. You guys are so weird. Oh, I remember that freaking dashboard. Laundry day. The Momo erasers. Weird English flashcard. Pog, what's going on? Now, let me try to remember. Kekkyojin, right? Daniel Stout, $20. Holy moly. Thank you, Daniel. Welcome. I believe I didn't miss your message, did I? No, I think I got your what's up. Sorry, I definitely saw the what's up, but I wasn't sure if I messed up or not. Ash, if you want, there's 1,000 other sites to watch this anime on. I just put the legal one on. So if you're having issues, go ahead and try one of the other less reputable ones. Huh. I mean, at least I'm not complaining. There's not a lot bad with the translation. This is really straightforward, like letter writing. This is easy. Yeah, nice, sweet. You want to know what's funny? I've only ever heard what that was from you once. It's like not in a flashcard deck. I haven't spent time looking it up. That's kind of how I am reading stuff. Like 90% of what I read, I don't enter into like flashcard decks. I try and remember it, and if I'm wrong, it's like eh. I do remember the meaning though, which is nice. The reading is kind of what I want to make sure I'm pretty solid at. This is weird. I mean, we're, what, a minute in? 4 minutes in? And we're still on this kind of weird. Just kind of this, what do they call it? It's like Hitorigoto. What English? Like a soliloquy. Soliloquy. That's what it's like still. I figured out my pop-up blocker was blocking the video. Yeah, I mean, you always have to watch that. There's never a message. I got nothing. Seriously? Here, let's do a test. Is this dono alert? Oh, I know why it didn't alert. I didn't switch my dono alerts over to my... I had my Twitch dono alerts up. I'm so sorry, Daniel. That was my bad. I forgot about that. You don't see it in the stream anymore. I know. So you're supposed to. I have this set up for Twitch, which was my last stream on Thursday. And I have 2 different Streamlabs accounts. I have the Twitch and the YouTube one, and I must still have it on the Twitch one. I'm so sorry, man. Real sorry about that. Dang, I feel so bad. I don't like robbing people of getting a thing on screen. That bothers me. But chat is real Japanese women chained to his wall. Not true! Not true. I just never have anything to say. Oh, well, yeah, but I want your thing on the screen. I want people to notice, you know? Oh, he's got a route. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys this. So I was texting my friend that works at the law office in Fukuoka. I don't have permission to use her name, so I'm not going to. I'll ask later. But she always takes me on some sort of trip. We always go to some place that's weird and far away and fun. The last one was Beppu. This time, we're going to Nagasaki, and I have not been there. I've been to, like, the border of it, because I went to Karasu, I think? Let me check my maps. I don't exactly remember. It's been a hot minute since I've been out there. It's probably been 3 years. But we're going to, like, straight up Nagasaki, right here. Hold on. Oh, I feel like I bummed out. I could have gone there. Karitsu. Never mind. Sorry, Karitsu. So I've been, like, right on the border, but I haven't quite been there yet. So we're going to go straight up there for, like, just, like, a day trip or something. Maybe stay at a, I don't know what you call it in English. The Ryokan, but what's it in English? Gosh, English is getting harder and harder. And not... The Ryokan. Like, the place you stay, it's, like, the traditional not a hostel. It's not really a hotel. It's the place you sleep in that's kind of like a Japanese hotel, but, like, old school. Probably stay in one of those, then bugger off back to Fukuoka again. It sounds like a lot of fun. Is Nagasaki good? Never been. So I've only been on the border. But I liked it out there. There's far less people than in Fukuoka. And I love Fukuoka. But I'm not a big city person. I don't really like big cities that much. So any excuse I can do to get out of that into something a little bit smaller, I'm a huge fan of. I also like they have lots of little canals that you always see boats in, which I really like. An inn! Oh my gosh. It's all so hard. Just call them ryokan. I mean, that's easier for me. There's a lot of weird stuff like that, like... Oh, that's it. Kids are douches. Where I learned the word in Japanese, and I learned what it was in Japanese, and I just never bothered to, like, figure it out in English. Ryokan should be in. That makes sense. A ryokan. Exactly. No, it's fine. I'll just be a weeb and end my sentences with desu. Desu. Ugh. I can't England either, don't worry, mate. Yeah, dude. Oh, my God. You want to talk about... So, first off, I don't even teach Japanese. I just help with, like, resources and, like, maybe a little bit of travel advice once you're there. That's what my channel is. God, could you imagine if I tried to teach English on, like, YouTube? If I had, like, an English-speaking YouTube channel for Japanese people? They would speak the worst English. Oh, I'd feel so bad. I mean, I will say this, not having to have a lot of dialogue saves on, like, voice recording stuff, because you could really just get one person in there to do 90% of it. You don't have to really have both of them in there at the same time to kind of, you know, get the conversation natural sounding between two people. So, kind of something maybe if I make my own short film next year after this book comes out. Chad doesn't speak English. I only speak Dutch, guys. I don't even speak Japanese. Just Dutch. maybe after the book comes out, check your privilege. How is that even? Did you even spell privilege right? I'm gonna look like such an idiot because that is. Let's see, privilege. Hey, you did get it wrong. There's no D before the E. It's not like edge, like straight edge. It's this one. Ha! Chad was right. Finally, my English is coming in handy. You're going to Japan. That's so amazing. Trish, I go to Japan every year. Every year since I was 18, I've gone to Japan for either like a month-long short trip, or I went to school there, or I was working there, or I'm there. Now I'm mostly there on business, so I go for between 1 to 3 months a year. Kind of depends. But I'm there every single year. Was living there till the end of 2016, and then now it's just trips. I'm in graduate school in America, so I can't live there full-time. But it's okay. What is ryokan in English, desu? English is getting hard and harder, desu desu. I think I'm turning Japanese, desu. Eiga tabemasen. I'm straight edge apart from booze. That's okay. I don't even know what that would be. A bent edge? Circular edge? Yeah, it's weird. My English is just not great, period. It's just I don't teach Japanese, I don't teach English, so it's like I'll just use what I need to barely communicate between both worlds. That's not straight edge, that's just alcoholism. He didn't say he abuses alcohol, just that he drinks alcohol. A month-long short trip. I wish I could say that. Hey, Yuki, man, start your own business. Work hard. Work very, very hard for a couple years. And, yeah, one day, exactly. Believe it or not, I didn't just, like, start all this overnight. It's years of, like, consistent hard work and a lot of, like, investment money and working, like, 80 hours a week. Like, working my butt off. And, it pays off. It means I get to go over there and, live the life a little bit. That's a dream. Trish, you can. You can do it. I think everyone really can. Alcohol abuses me. Alcohol abuses all of us. It's like alcohol's like a mean stepfather. They're really cool to hang out with, and they get cooler the more you drink to a point, and then it gets, like, really bad after a certain point, and it just spirals down. Clayton, actually, so I don't know if you guys know the Wicked Miscreant podcast, the person that's writing on there. So the Wicked Miscreant podcast is my podcast with my friends that are all basically comedians. They're all so funny, it's hard to believe. That's coming, like, I've done stand-up comedy, like, actually on stage in front of crowds. They're all comedians. Like, they have that, even though they're not going on stage, they have that same thing that comedians have. And so if you guys want a really funny podcast, go ahead and check them out. Let's see, can I open... Well, here, I'll just pull up the Wicked Miscreant podcast on a different tab, and I'll show it to you guys. It's a really great podcast. We already have 193 subs, so if anybody is not subbed and you would like to support me, this is a great way to do it. It also supports, Clayton and Adam, and Juan and Simon, so it would mean a lot if anybody would want to come over there, just listen to an episode. I'm not even going to ask you to sub. I'm going to say, listen to this episode. This is our $1 million episode. Listen to this. And if you don't laugh, if you don't find it funny, you don't have to sub. But I know for a fact it is so funny. And that's the account he's using to comment on here. Gosh, that flicker's so cool. I know it's just like an After Effects thing, but you don't really see light affecting, like, a physical background very much. Like, there's, like, a layer for the background, and then it's reflecting on the layer. You don't see that much in a lot of anime, and it just tells me their attention to detail's super good. It's good, S-word, because I want to remain monetized. Just don't play it on a speaker. Yeah, definitely don't play it on speaker. Don't do it. His name is not Juan, Chad. His name is Gage. Juan is his character. He is Juan 100. He's like 60% Juan, 40% Gage now. Just so you know. Everybody, stay hydrated right now. If you're not, I need you all to do me a favor. And I need you all to drink some water. Because I bet you you're dehydrated. I'm looking out for you. We're all going to get healthy together. Oh, maybe the format of this is through their letters. Like they're writing to and from each other. That would explain the soliloquy. That makes sense. We still need that DNA test. I don't care if he's Canadian or not. He is Juan Dagger 60% and he is Gage Blakesley 40%. He is more Juan than Gage at this point. We were at the gym today, Clayton, and he was like yelling out Hispanic like slangs at the gym. Unironically. Just like he was saying it to get through his workout. Does YouTube really not let you say that? Yeah, if you cuss, the video is allowed to stay on. Like, it's not a problem with the video. I would just like to keep this video monetized so I could make money. So I prefer to, even though they probably won't catch it, like, I'm pretty sure someone would either have to physically report it or it would have to be, I'd have to, like, say it so much that the system can catch it, the automated system. But I don't want to test my luck. I actually like staying monetized and like being able to pay my rent and paying for lights. Like I actually really enjoy that. Believe it or not. Gosh, this is the one thing that sucks about Crunchyroll is getting all these stupid ads. And by the way, my ad blocker's on, just so you guys know, and I'm still getting all these ads. Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, better safe than sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to hear me cuss and stuff, go to the Wicked Miscreant podcast. But if you want to hear me extremely clean and family-friendly, this is the channel. The podcast is where, like, I have sell out, I know. Totally want to sell out because, like, I got to pay rent, Labe. If it makes you feel better, I'll never clean up the podcast. The podcast can stay as dirty as it wants. Because I fully intend for it to never really make money on YouTube. Or is this a journal? Because that doesn't sound like he's writing to someone there. It sounds like he's stating a fact about how he feels about her. This is well animated. I like it. Where are the ashes? We answer on the podcast. Well, I don't know if we answer on the podcast. We get to a point where we all just kind of like regret even like looking into it. We just stop because we feel bad as people. But I highly advise it, man. It's fun times. Also, we do need, one of these years, we'll get the Wicked Miscreants to all go over to Japan and we can do like a couple Japanese episodes of the Wicked Miscreants. Huh. So the person who translated that, I don't know if they left it off. Maybe they just kind of thought the vibe was conveyed without it, but they didn't throw in the tonikaku. Which, again, as far as I know, with the people that translate for Crunchyroll, they're not going for word. They're going more for thought for thought. If you guys don't know, when you do translations, there's kind of a spectrum. One over here is like exact word for exact word, but it probably doesn't translate super good because there's, you know, colloquialisms. I can speak English and stuff. And then you have thought for thought. So what did the person who wrote that intend in his head? Like, what is he thinking when he wrote it? Getting all those words, even if those words aren't exact. So he's leaning more towards the thought for thought spectrum. Where are the Ashes, the musical? Dude, some of the podcast topics we have in the podcast topic, or is it thing? The Miscreants Hunt for Squatch. That's one of my most recent ones. The Miscreants enter the cage match. We have to hook up different eras of Nicolas Cage to other eras of Nicolas Cage. Oh, some of these are really bad. I can't even say them on my stream. The Miscreants solve the Epstein murder. Or I guess suicide. Wow. There's a lot of these I can't mention. Oh, here's one. We write our best Brian Ibbett sexual fanfics and review them on the podcast. That's fun. Yeah, so just, oh, gosh, I can't wait to play that more. I love the podcast, and we should be able to start recording it more next semester when I'm done, like, when this book's out and I'm done cramming everything. By the way, Clayton, you have one of my early copies, right, of the book you were reading? How is it? Don't tell anyone anything. Don't tell them what it's called. Don't give them any deets on it, but how are you liking it so far? The one and only Brian Manchester Ibbett. I didn't know trains had to stop for snow. Nicholas Cato, what's up? Can I suggest we watch Dr. Stone one week? Let's see. What's Dr. Stone? If it's a porn, obviously not. So, I always have to check. Dr. Stone's a manga series. God, I sound so freaking American. Manga series. Manga series. Dr. Stone's a Japanese manga series written by... God, does anyone else find it harder to read romanji than, like, just regular kanji or like written Japanese? Riichiro Inagaki and illustrated by Boichi. Serialized in week. Oh, it's a Shonen Jump. Okay, so that's fine. As long as it's in Shonen Jump, it's safe. Yeah, we should totally watch this next week. Is it out? Like, has it premiered already? Oh, I've seen memes of this kid's hair. Let's see, what is this about? Is there anyone that's got, like, Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. Sweet, we should totally watch this next week. If y'all haven't accepted Brian Ibbett into your heart, you should. Yeah. Mystery Dago, $5. Thank you so much. But more than that. Oh, see, that one went through. Oh, it's because you did it in Super Chat. Okay. More than just the $5, you're here. And that's the important thing. I appreciate it, man. Welcome, Mystery. Chad, the book is phenomenal. It's an approach to a fantasy book that I don't think many people have ever seen. That makes you feel good. I tried really hard, so... Thanks, Clayton. I think people will really dig it. Even if... I don't care if one other person on Earth doesn't like it. I wrote it for me. I'll keep it on my shelf. I'll read it to my kids when they start to grow up. And I did it because I wanted to. But that means a lot that you said that, man. I appreciate it. I got filtered. Wait, my message isn't in stream. I got filtered. Labier, what'd you say? I only have top chat on stream, so I don't know what you said. You could, if it's bad, of course it got filtered, but you could send it to me on Discord. Yes, it's on Crunchyroll right now. Got it. All right, man. We got our next week one. Just, Nicholas, if you could do me one favor. I'm pretty good at remembering, but sometimes I'm not. If you could just, like, maybe the day before remind me, that would mean a lot. Or even the day of. Just, like, go on Discord or Twitter and be like, hey, Chad, just letting you know. Because you rarely make the same noises with those letter combinations. Yeah, gosh, Romanji's just weird. I don't know why. I'm not mad at people for using it. I can understand, but, like, when people send me messages with Romanji, I look at it and I go, I have to stop for a sec, because I almost want to read it in English. And I'm going to use the English sound, so I have to slow down and stop and then go, okay, hold on. And then go through with it, because my brain just, it's weird. If it's Japanese, I can just go, but if it's English, I can go, but the minute it's Romanji, it's like, ugh, yuck. I keep reading Romanji with a southern accent, really. I've never had that, but it sounds like a tough problem. It's definitely harder to read Romanji than Japanese writing systems. I mean, I agree. It's nice to know that I'm not the only person, because I kind of felt weird. I feel like you would think putting the sounds of Japanese into the thing that you're used to, your native writing system, would make it easier. And maybe at the very beginning it does, because you're not used to reading that much. But anyone who spent any time reading Japanese, you'll probably switch over pretty quick to preferring the Japanese. Probably within like a month or so. I guess it depends on how much you're actually looking at it, but I'm in the Discord. I'll try to remember. Thanks, Nick. That's why I asked. I knew you were in the Discord, so. I was describing a Wicked Miscreants episode. It was bad. Hold on. Which episode was it? Maybe I can explain it because you won't get filtered. That might be the case. Oh, Edmund Brown's in the Discord again. What's going on, man? I mean, I'm not sure if you're even watching, but I just hopped in the Discord to say hi. Doku ni aru no ka? So they took it as somewhere. Doku ni aru kana? Or doku ni aru ka? Or no ka? Doku ni aru no ka? Huh. I mean, you can. It's fair. It's a fair enough translation. I'm not going to be mad. Yeah, you might also, Lavier, you might have to use some creative words that aren't ones that'll get flagged to describe it, because our podcast is so not cool for YouTube, and yet it's on YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna hop in on my phone so I can screenshot what Clayton said. That meant a lot. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm looking down, guys. I promise I'm actually paying attention. I'm just the comment was very nice, so I wanted to wow, there's 11 people watching. Holy moly. There it is. Thanks, Clay. I appreciate it. That was very nice of you. And I need to like this anyways. There we go. Get another like. Oh, he sent it on Discord? Okay, what? Oh, yeah. So I don't think you could say that. The Goblin with the sex dungeon. That's, you know what's weird, Labier? A lot of people don't watch our actual D&D sessions. They just like the talking miscreants. Like, by a lot. We get, like, 10 times more views on talking miscreants than we do on just the regular Wicked Miscreant Games ones, the playing miscreants. But I thought that was funny, the Goblin with the sex dungeon. Maybe it's just me. I'll write you, I swear. I've always wanted to watch this, seen a bunch of his other work, and when I want to watch it at first, my friend didn't like it, and I haven't went back since. Seriously? I'm enjoying it so far. I can't watch it as in-depth and nice as I would like, because A, I can't get rid of the subtitles, so I'm thinking more about how the person is translating it necessarily than actually paying attention to the words. That's a problem with having English subs on the screen, right? Your eyes, even though I can hear what they're saying and be fine, I don't need subtitles, I constantly find myself looking down, and it's, you want to talk about a frustration that I don't know how to cure. I have no idea how to stop that. I remember that Goblin. It was hilarious. He does have a colorful name. Yeah, we're just not going to say that in chat. But I'm liking the anime from what I'm watching so far. It's like, I like it. It's really good. Oh, it seems that this is part 1, so maybe there's a part 2, and presumably, so that's part 1. There's probably a part 2 and a part 3, so like a 3-part act, just like Star Wars. Probably pretty good. I'm excited. Episode 2, yep. Well, see, that's the other thing. That doesn't necessarily mean episode 2 is what he translates. See, that, because it's not even a problem. Like, that's a fair translation. I don't need to be, you know, poopy about it. I've learned over the years to stop critiquing people's translations, because the translator usually has a reason they did something. So, wow, that's pretty. Is this the same dude that made Your Name, the Kimi no Nawa? Let's see, 5 centimeters per second. Or maybe not the same guy, maybe the same studio or whatever. It looks very similar. Director. What else has he made? He has made... I don't know that one, or that one, or that one. I do know Hoshino Koe is fine. Don't know that one. Don't know that one. And then 5 centimeters per second. I've seen this. I've seen, does it not give the Japanese? Apparently not. Children Who Chase Lost Voices? Whatever. Garden of Words. Oh, and Your Name. Cool. Oh, and he has the new one, too, that just came out, the Tenki no Ko. Don't know why they call it Weathering with You. It's basically the child of weather, but... whatever. That was definitely a creative choice. They could have translated that easily, so someone purposely made it not that. Probably for marketing. Child of Weather or Weather's Child's not a really marketable name in, you know, in the West, so they probably changed it for that. Weathering with You is kind of fun anyways, so I like that. He also did some commercials, some literary works is fine. I think I have this Garden of Words novel. I don't have the Your Name novel. Okay, cool. Dude's creative. Dude, I like that. I like seeing people that are really good at what they do. I believe there's 3 parts. Okay, cool. Good. That makes sense. We're going to watch all of it tonight. We have time. It's only an hour long. Yeah, it's him, same guy. Okay, cool. So I got it. When you showed Fruits Basket, I watched that till morning. It was worth it. So, Trish, I assume your name is Trish because it's Trish Shaw. So I imagine it's Trisha or something like that. I'm just going to call you Trish, like you're my homie. Because I like to think you're my homie. If we're having anime night, I hope we're all sitting on a couch. Although this is really weird if we're sitting on a couch with all these people and I'm the only person talking. That's really sad. We're going to move on. But I actually watched it to episode 7 or 8 and then just got a little bit busy with some work stuff I had to do this week. So I'll finish it for sure. I liked Fruits Basket so far. Fruits Basket. So it's not baskets plural. It's fruits plural. Fruits Basket. It's the same director. Cool. Children Who Chase Lost Voices is amazing. So we should totally add that. I need to, you know what we need? I need a community moderated list of all the stuff we have planned for anime nights. So people could throw stuff on there and we'll watch it. Gosh, this dude's got a lot of talent. He did Your Name. He did the new one that looked really good. When I saw the commercial for Weathering with You, I was like, wow. Garden of Words was good. We watched that here on Anime Night. This is obviously 5 centimeters per second. This was in, wow, 2007. 13 years ago? Jeez. And then Children Who Chase Lost Voices I haven't seen yet. That was in 2011. This dude's very consistent, too. 07 to 11, then 13, 16, 19. This dude's pumping these out like every 2 to 3 years. That's pretty good. I saw him late. I was in custody battle for my sanity and I lost. And no worries. I'm often in that same struggle. Ah, it's loud. Hold on. Commercials. Come on, man. At least make the audio mix level. This isn't hard. I'm going to watch it in cinemas tomorrow. Labia, you're so freaking lucky. Actually, I wonder if there's anywhere I can watch it near me. Let's see. Maybe there is. Weathering with You. Watch. I don't even know. How would you tell if it's in a theater near you? Maybe tickets? Let's put Denver. That's probably where it'd be. It's in Colorado. Nothing in Denver. Polygon. Hits America. Where's this? When does it hit America? Oh, and the soundtrack is Radwimps again. Hell yeah! Okay. Does it say when it's coming? Does it say when it's coming to anything? Nothing? Fine. Alright, I don't know when it's coming to the US, but I definitely want to watch it. Chad, your face is paler than a grim mask of death. You are the monster I see in my sleep paralysis. Hold on. Yeah, here. So, I have kind of some auto features on for that. Let's go to property. Oh, that's not it. Properties. That's it. Configure video. So the first thing, bring the white balance down to like there. All right, that should be better. Oh, it went back to being white. I thought I took the auto off properties. Configure video. Maybe we go to exposure. Take it down one. That's better. That looks more like me. Chad is become death, apparently. Destroyer of worlds. I look kind of like, what is that guy's name? What is that bad meme? Is it Jeff, the serial killer, or whatever it is? The one that's like a pure white face with no nose? Google Foo. The lag on my phone is killing me as much as PayPal is. Hat Bam. His new movie's come out already. So I know in Japan it's come out. I don't know if it's come out over here. But Labier's in Australia, and he's going to go see... I think he's in Australia. He might still be in Japan with his future wifey, but I don't know. He says he's going to go see it in cinemas tomorrow, which would be sweet. That's much better. Okay. Sorry, I have it set at something, but for some reason, when I set it at the things that I want it completely set at, randomly, it'll like go, well, we think this is better, and it'll switch it over, and I don't like that. It makes me sad. It makes me a sad Chad. See, that's another thing that bothers me. He clearly used... he clearly used her last name there, and the subtitle was her first name. Again, they're localizing it. It's not just a translation, and it would be weird if you called your friend by their last name in that instance. So I understand why. It's just like, come on, man. Like, I heard it. I heard you use her last name. Huh. Weird. Got some type of not friend request, new follower on Twitter, and someone I've never met, which tends to be the case now that my Twitter is public, but still. Australia came out on the 22nd, so it should be coming here soon. He's from hell, the place down under that's hot, where there are giant spiders. There's not just giant spiders, everything's trying to kill you, including the people. That's why everyone lives alone. You either live in Sydney or you live alone. That's Australia. Let me guess, Labier. There's an old woman. She's holding a baby in a blanket, wearing a shawl. That's Australia. You're out in a desert. There's a kangaroo. It punch you in the face, and a dingo eat your baby. There's an old woman with a blanket and a shawl holding the baby. I could do that for every country, though. That's that J bit. The J, what's his face? Okerson. It's the J Okerson bit. Bye, Chad. Everyone have a good night. See you, Trish. I'll catch you on the flip side. By the way, if you guys would like, after this, I'm going to do some Minecrafting. Probably about an hour or so, hour and a half of Minecrafting on Twitch. So you can follow me on Twitch. There'll be a link there if you guys want to join the Minecraft server and play with us. You're more than welcome to. Or you can get on Discord and talk to me in voice. I'm happy to do both. I'll probably be very focused because I'm working on this stupid villager farm, but I'm happy to chat if you guys would like to chat. What does she call him? Kabu. Kabu. Maybe she's trying to make it cub? Kabu. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Well, ain't that just meaningful? We haven't... Gosh, English on this, like, I'm fine with it. I just don't like watching stuff in English. Wicked Miscreant pot, $10. I probably owe you money for food anyways. Well, thanks, Clayton. I appreciate it. That's kind of weird. You could have just gave it to me, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bing. Trying to find that message. Is it legal in the U.S. to own a dingo as a pet? So a lot of animals you need a exotic animal license. Weirdly enough, I used to work at the Denver Zoo. I got asked, probably the second most asked question I got was, can I own X in the States? The vast majority you can. There's a scale that the government puts together for the potential danger to other people for animals, and the ones that are low on that list you could typically own with an exotic animal license, but there's some that they just don't give out unless you have a specific type of license for like the reason some people can own like lions and tigers and stuff is show license, so it's like a business license for shows, or a sanctuary license. Bureaucracy. This is America. If you can own a freaking gun, you should be able to own a tiger, but I want a maned wolf, but they're not allowed. Yeah, well, they might be allowed for, if you're a shelter or a show or something like that, but those are really hard licenses to get. Like, I haven't looked him up in years. Like, Troy was top. My buddy Troy's still a friend when I was working at the zoo. He's still at the zoo. Just got married, by the way. Congratulations, Troy. Uh, he actually, it's funny about Troy. He took his bathtub out of his house. He had one bathroom with a bathtub. He took it out just so he could put an alligator cage in because he has pet alligators. He actually, or no, not alligators, caiman. He has 2 pet caiman that are in there. His whole house is covered in like cages of animals. It's crazy. I like this better. You need an exotic animal license to make love to me. That's a very furry thing, if I've ever seen one. I'm illegal, sorry. But I can't own a ferret in California. Dude, that's California. You need to, like, get out of there. You can't do anything in California. Colorado's starting to get that way, so it might be time to move to Wyoming. No, or, like, Montana. There's hardly a government in Montana. Montana's, like, more bears than people. So, as far as Montana's concerned, it's like, whenever you buy a gun, you get a gun free. They're just like, man, you got to defend yourself up here. The cops aren't going to get to you. Unless you have a license. Oh, woo! There it is. Snaps. Is there really a law saying you can't own a ferret in California? That seems kind of absurd. Yo you nine da. I hear that all the time from my friends now. Just growing up, man. Yo you nine. Yo you na e. You'll get that a lot from people. Ooh woo. Is that owo or ooh woo? I think the ooh woo's the U's. Ooh. I love the animation so far. I mean, Clayton's an artist. I'm sure he can tell you guys. But dang. I mean, this is obviously a lot of, like, vector layers. So you have, like, the star background, and then you have, like, bunch of cloud layers so they kind of look, you know, set back from each other. Oh, that's a suit. That's a woo. That's a woo. It's like a stuttering wolf. Woof. Montana is the hiccup in the U.S. where everyone kind of forgot about it. Now it just exists. It's like, if you want to talk about a place to make a good prison colony, put it somewhere like in Montana. Just, like, wrap the border around it in, like, super high fence and just go, well, I mean, you could freeze to death, you could die, or you could try and survive in Montana and build your own society separate from us. Then we just take everyone from the Supermax, huck them over the fence. All variations of ooh-woo, I pronounce ooh-woo. Me too. Except for woo, that's just dumb, but woo is just absurd, and I can't believe anybody actually watches that. Do 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 do. Labier, did you get and by the way, Labier, let me send you the video that I based those plans on. Because I want you to watch this. Maybe it's, like, not possible to do in the current Minecraft, like, standard, whatever they call it. Farm. It's this one. The Villager Breeder. The Villager Breeder and Auto Farm. Here, I'm going to send this to you in Discord. If you get a chance, just give it a glance. You can even hit it, like, 2 times pace. But I don't know. Maybe... It says 1.14, which is what we're in. So I don't know. Maybe it's... Maybe they don't throw carrots anymore. I don't know. But that's what I based it on. Apparently to protect public health and safety, agriculture, wildlife, and natural resources. Ferrets? I have a friend that, like, owns a bunch of ferrets. I have friends that own parrots, too, but... He has, like, a bunch of ferrets. He calls them his children. That's a little weird, but I think you should be able to own them. It's just a freaking ferret. Ferrets could potentially be invasive, but honestly, stray cat... Yeah. We're totally fine with cats. How many stray cats and dogs are there? You know? Oh, you didn't save it. That's what the law says. That's so dumb. You read my mind. I was watching tutorials. Yeah, so I don't know what to do, man. I'm not particularly great at Minecraft as it is, but I got so... I mean, you can see it. I worked so hard on that in survival. Got it, like, right up to the point where we have infinite stuff, and it's just meh. They def do the break free and started doing it crazy fast. That was English. That was about as good as English as I do. Yeah, when I get on, when we're done with the live stream, I'll hop on and help you out. I want to import a Japanese, like, one of those mini trucks that they have, like a pickup truck, but it's one of the Japanese ones, so it's super small. Maybe I'll do that for, like, a graduation present. Gee, she's flexible. Man, what a pros. Yeah, these are just... And the color palette's really good. Like, whoever decided that these are the specific variants of colors we're going to use, they did such a good job. Wow. The versions of the sky they do are so vivid. I love this. Holy moly. Really, the only... I mean, if you saw... Like, without the anime character in it, right? You saw half of these scenes. You'd be like, these are like paintings. These are stuff that you would see people painting to sell on like art shows. And they took every frame of this movie and made it a painting. Every frame. There's no like middle frames. There's no frames that you couldn't like take out of context. Take a frame and then go, look how pretty this... Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. These scenery shots are so good. No, no, Siri. No. Bad Siri. That's a bad Siri. Huh. You know, it's weird. I've never seen... I hang out with a lot of Japanese girls. Not like a lot, but you know, I got friends that are girls. Plenty. But never seen them have a handkerchief. Never seen a guy have a handkerchief either. I've seen him have sweat rags. Never a handkerchief. See, again, change the name. Gosh, that's... you. Both times. Ah. Wow. Fine. Whatever. Michael Sparks. It reminds me of Violet Evergarden. Ooh. And that every frame is beautiful. Man, every frame of painting... I know it's a YouTube channel too, but that's a saying that I try and live by when I'm trying to, like, make stuff. What is it? Violet? I haven't seen this. Violet Evergarden. Let's see what this is. Is it anime or is it just a regular... Yep, that's an anime. Okay, Violet Evergarden. It's got really good reviews. 8.6 on my anime list is not easy to get. 13 plus OVAs. Coming of age fiction. I love me some fiction. Produced by... I don't think I know any of these guys. Let's see. Well, all these stills are really pretty, and they... Gosh, look how much effort they put into her hair. The manga cover looks really pretty. She has this cool little green neck piece that I like. Here's her stretching her face. Tokyo Anime Award recognizes Violet Evergarden as most okay anime? What the heck does that mean? Most okay? Oh, there's a GR review. Okay, so that's fair. I mean, if he's already watched it. Good old glass reflection's already on it then. Oh, there's some mildly naked pictures of the main character. Thank God you guys can't see my screen. That's also why I don't show you guys my screen specifically. Is not just showing you the anime. Like, when I search stuff, I would show it on screen, but you never know what you're going to get. Especially when people tell you to look up anime. Yeah. Yikes. This would maybe be better if I was actually watching along with Chad. You can, Clayton, if you see on the screen, I'm sure I've said this before, but you see how it says 48:16? That's where we're at in the anime. That's not the stream time. That's the anime time. So all you have to do is go to that and go 48:24, the link I have in the description. Pull it up on a different tab, you know, because you're an adult and you know how to use tabs. Then you can watch it along with us. In fact, it's not almost over. It's about 2/3 the way over. We're 44 minutes in. And she's already crying. But I enjoy watching his cute little face. Well, so do I. I love watching my face. That's why I'm such a narcissist. Well, that was sad. I'm trying to watch and edit your book. Oh. That was like a rocket. Why are you going to take... There's like a rocket exploding out of the ground right when that scene was going on. Now it's a commercial. Oh, I'm so frustrated. But I've also had far too much wine. Mystery Dingo, I don't know why I didn't just send $10 at first. I appreciate it, man. $5. Hey, I appreciate it. Well, that'd be $10 total. Thank you, Mystery. I appreciate it. I don't know why you didn't either. I didn't know you budgeted $10 for me this week, but I appreciate it. I receive it wholeheartedly, and I will spend that responsibly. Presumably on manga, which I consider responsible. Maybe on rent. We'll see. I could barely hear him, and I didn't know if it was my phone or headphones, and it's making me sad. I mean, according to this, people should be able to hear me just fine. But I'm going to head out, though. Good night, everybody. Good night, Mystery. Have a good night. We're watching the whole movie. Yes, we are. Well, once the advertisement comes on, I'll tell you where we're at, and I'll adjust the timer. I think we're at like 44, 45, something like that. Let's pause this while we're here. And I'll fix it once these freaking ads stop intervening. Hold on, let me get some popcorn. Yeah, man. It's been fun. Your volume is a wee low. Okay, so let's go into here and turn this up to like there. All right, we'll give that a shot. Hopefully it's not too loud, but it should be... That's a wee adjustment is what we call it in the Zimmerman household. Does anyone else not like when they do a lot of CG in animes? I understand it's easier, but it just looks weird when you have something that's like drawn, or at least you know what I mean, drawn in their thing, and then you add on top of that like 3D animation. I don't know. I don't like mixing 2 and 3D very much. It kind of, I don't know. It's just not for me. Some people might like it. That's fine, but I just don't really like it that much. I'll also pull this a bit closer to the Chad Miser and move my... There it is. We are 45:04 in, so let's fix that. 45... We'll do 10 because I'm a few seconds behind. There we go. All fixed. CG ruins good anime. I agree! I think they mostly do it for budget constraints. I don't think they do it, like, necessarily... because they're like, this is the best version of this thing that I can make. I think it's because it's easier to do, it's quicker on time to 3D animate it, and it's cheaper. I think that's why. Wow. So, is that like, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Was there supposed to be a rocket blast? Or is this like, oh, this is a nuke, the world's ending, goodbye everybody. Netflix does it a lot. What do they do it on? Because the only anime I know from Netflix is... Well, it might not even be from Netflix, but isn't it that weird, like, 7 Deadly Sins one? Oh, that's where that scene... Hey, that's where that scene came from. I've seen that still about 1,000 times. It just takes away from it. I agree. It's not bad if used wisely. I mean, in an anime, I've never seen it used wisely. If you can give me an example of when CG was done to make it better than if it wasn't CG, I would listen. Looks like they just shot a freaking bomb in the air. I turn a blind eye for CGI when it's rows of things, troops, trees, crops, etc., just for the time reason. My thing is, why are you accepting time crunches that you can't do without making a super inferior like product? Because Clayton can tell you, Wiki Miscreant podcast in the chat, Evangelion, even though it's not my shtick, I understand that it's a really good show, had unbelievable time crunches and unbelievable budget crunches, and they didn't resort to using CGI, and they still made a superior anime. I just think it's not. I think it's the easy way out instead of really having to be creative and work with the budget that you're given. Ajin was a great 3D anime. We should watch it one week. It was so good. Hold on, Ajin? That was 3D. That was 3D rendered. Hold on one sec. That looks 3D as heck. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I only saw the manga. Wow. That is very 3D rendered. Wow, look at that. That almost looks like... Do you guys remember Code Lyoko? That almost looks like Code Lyoko. Goblin Slayer Episode 1 cave scene. Is that a good example or a bad example? Hold on. Everyone's on. Hold on. Okay. Hand animating all those beautiful frames is hard. I know it's hard, but you don't just puss out then, right? Cosmonato. So Cosmonaut, chapter 2. Baki the Grappler uses it a good amount, and I just sigh when I see it. Oh, yeah. So it is a 3D. It is a 3D anime. Okay. The only anime that uses CG correctly is The Amazing World of God. The Amazing... that's not even an anime, though. That's, isn't that from... Hold on. The Amazing World of Gumball. Hold on. This is from Toon... Yeah, exactly. It's not an anime. It's just... That definitely... It's kind of cool. They use... It looks like real scenes, right? It looks like they use... Not all real scenes, obviously, but some of these look like they took, like, the real world and then just put a cartoon animation vector over it. The scene in Kill la Kill first episode when the high school is thrown down the flight of stairs is like 90% 3D. And not many know it. I never watched that show. I would. I just... Oh, that's the one that this scene's from. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, it's like your name. He has a lot of this where they kind of like walk past each other, where they kind of know something is up, but they don't know something's up. Can you believe Chad won't watch Evangelion? No. I said I watched it. I watched 3 whole episodes of it. I won't continue to watch it. Big difference. Ruby is good one. Ruby is good once you get past the style and some of the cringe. It has its cringy moments. So, isn't the creator of that the guy that died a little while ago? I think. Oh, I misspelled it. Hold on. Presumably, right? Yeah, this is 3D rendered. This is from the... isn't there like an American YouTuber team that made this or something? Like a YouTube channel? Or is like a studio that started as like YouTube people? I don't remember. Do people consider Ruby anime? It's on the fandom. It is on Crunchyroll. Is it like on my anime list or anything? It's on Steam. Maybe there's a video game. Tumblr, Instagram. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I would even consider it anime. Really, but whatever. Wait, he died? I don't think he died. People think Ruby's anime. It was made by Rooster Teeth. I'm not one of those guys that's like, if it wasn't made in Japan, it's not anime. That's not the way that I see the world. I just didn't... When I think of what an anime is, I don't really think of... like what Ruby is just from the pictures of it. But I don't really care, honestly. I don't have a bone to pick. It's like how Avatar is anime. I mean, to be fair, I would put Avatar in the anime category over Ruby, personally, so far. They did Red versus Blue. I like Red versus Blue. It's funny. We need to watch No Game No Life Zero at some point. Great story and it's gorgeous. So I saw the original No Game No Life. Isn't Zero the new one? The second season? No Game. Or is it a movie? No, that's a movie. No Game No Life, the movie Zero. Sounds fun. I remember watching the original one and liked it a lot. The original series was super fun. It was a little weird, little brother-sister-y, but, you know, it's just anime. You almost kind of get past the stuff that if it was in Western media, it would be super weird because, it's anime. Animation is 10 out of 10. Season 1 is terrible. I like Season 1. Although I do enjoy eating garbage from time to time. I don't know, Ruby is cringe and horrible to me. It feels like if DeviantArt made an anime. I just do not like it. I just haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, it just looks 3D rendered. It looks fine to me. I don't know if I'd put that, I wouldn't put that necessarily with anime, but it might be. If your anime had an entire season, that's terrible. It's not worth it. So I've had this opinion a lot. I don't know if you guys know Clanad. Clanad's first season is all right at best. Right? Like, it's not... If Clanad only had that first season, it would be like, a C. It's not like the animation's not bad. The characters are kind of endearing. The art isn't groundbreaking, but it's also not like, you're not going to get an award for it. And the story's pretty plain, right? It's type of dramedy love type of thing. Clanad after story, right? Essentially the living season 2 made me cry so hard, and it was so good. It's just amazing. But does that mean Clanad? Because you can't watch After Story without Clanad. There's so many things that don't make sense. You have to watch Clanad. Is it worth me to tell my friends to watch 20, whatever first season is, 24 or something like that episodes, and go, these 24 episodes are like a C-, but it's A+ every episode of the second season? Is it worth it for me to expect someone to put in, an episode's about a half hour, 24 is like 12 hours of their life of like C- to get to 6 hours of their life of like A+ quality? I don't know. I don't know if I would, because I love Clanad. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it unless you're completely out of anime, strictly for that. Strictly for that reason. I haven't seen Legend of Korra. I've heard good things. I just haven't seen it. Avatar is one of the best series ever made. I agree. I was watching that the day it came out. I sat there with my older brother in front of the TV, and after it finished, we went out back and we played Avatar. And we fought because we both wanted to be airbenders. And I was like, no, Chris, I already called airbender, and there's only one. Look at the title, Avatar, The Last Airbender. There's one! And then he was probably a waterbender or something after that. I don't remember. Legend of Korra is so good. I so wish it was anime, but it feels too Western to me. To be fair, right, to play devil's advocate, I go to Japan a lot, okay? You go on the shelves of Japan, and SpongeBob is in the anime section. Family Guy is in the anime section. So, if it's animated, it's anime. I don't care what it is. But for the Western mind, like if I were to talk to you, we don't use anime as the sweeping animation thing. We use the word animation, right? Animated movie. So Pixar is animated, anime is animated, but we use anime in kind of a different way. And language can do that. Language can change. So I don't think it's not anime because it's not from Japan, but I also don't think that that's the requisite. I think, does it matter? I like animated TV, period, and I think it's fun. So whatever it is, who cares? It's the grind, man. It is the grind. Korean companies can't make anime. Japanese anime is outsourced to Korea. Like, all of anime is outsourced. Just so you guys know, very sparsely are animated shows. I should say shows, not movies. This was probably done all in-house. But, like, anime TV shows, almost all of it, their core animations, like the core frames, are done in Japan, and the rest of them are shipped to China, Korea, Indonesia, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, because cheap labor. And those are like the connecting or the fast scenes going in between. So if it's animated, it's anime. I agree. Yeah, I think animated, like, I understand that the West uses anime different. Because if you go onto, like, a website that is an anime website, it's not going to have SpongeBob. Because, at least American English speakers, I don't know about you, Labier, we just use the word differently. We already have the word animated, so anime is a different thing from that word. So there are people who go, well, I consider anime being a Japanese word and being this specific thing to be from Japan. I think that's fair, but you can't say that that is the definitive definition, because to Japanese, that's not the definitive definition. It's not the definitive definition to every other language. If you want to say that this is how I choose to compartmentalize, like typical art styles of a certain origin, that's fine. I think you could totally make an argument for that. I just don't think it's the only argument that you can make. You know it's an anime when it has them good brie-assed jiggle physics. I like how you spaced it so you could actually get that out. Sure, that's true now after Kyo Ani happened. What do you mean after Kyo Ani happened? I don't think anything changed after that. I just think animation's animation. But I also think, SpongeBob is animated just like Family Guy and this thing. I think they're all a part of the same thing. They're just different styles. Like, when you argue with people and they say, I think that anime is this style, right? The type of stuff that's in here. Even anime from Japan is different styles. The style from JoJo is not the style from Naruto, One Piece. It's not this style. It's not the style of, like, some of those children's shows that are, like, crazy not anime, but they're animated and they're made in Japan. So is that not anime? Like, think of, like, was it Shisai-san? I haven't watched it forever. Like, there's so many different types of animation styles that aren't this in Japan, but those are all anime because they're from animated and in Japan. Then people would say no. So my thing is they're associating that word with this art style, which isn't the case everywhere, but if you want to make that argument, I think you can. I mean, the term is important in my opinion. We both know the word cartoon and anime bring up two totally different images in most people's minds. So yeah, Nicholas, what you're talking about is a real linguistic thing. And so, and the anime's over, by the way, guys, just so you guys know. But in case you want to know, Nicholas, there is a thing called a concept signified, and I'll put it in chat if you were wondering. Concept signified. Now, you're only really going to get this. You're not going to get this from translation classes if you take any. You're going to learn this from linguistic classes. Concept signified are in your head. These are the images that inspire something that you need to describe as a human being. Since the beginning of people, we have seen stuff like a tree, and we go away, and we can recall that tree. But we didn't always have spoken language, right? Depending on your beliefs. We didn't always draw. We didn't always have a writing system, right? But we developed that as a means to communicate what's in our heads to other people. So the concept signified is the image. Your image when you see anime, right? When you see not anime the word, but anime the thing, when you watch this, that's in your head, and you are trying to communicate that to somebody. You have something called a signifier. Signifier. I spelled that wrong, sorry. Oh no, that's right. Signifier. A signifier is, yeah, I know it happened. I don't know how that related to the topic, Labier. But your signifier in your head for this is the word anime, and cartoon is a different signifier. It signifies a concept other than this. In Japanese mindsets, it's the same thing. The thing that is this could also be brought up with SpongeBob and Family Guy with the same signifier. That's a cultural difference. And it's not just a cultural difference, because there's people in America, like Lucky said, she associates cartoon and anime or animation as the same thing. So in her mind, when you see both those words, it does bring up this image. Neither of you are wrong or right. This is strictly this isn't a matter of true, like a true definition of words, because words inherently don't have definitions, and they don't inherently have, like a truth to them. They are entirely made up within a cultural context around an idea. Sorry, this is like graduate level linguistic stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like confuse you guys. But you're both right. And you can say, because in your mind anime is this, but it's not SpongeBob. That is true, because in your mind, when you see the signifier on the page of anime, the word anime written down, it conjures this image, but not Family Guy. And Lucky Cat's right, because when she sees the word anime, in her mind, she can conjure up this or SpongeBob and Family Guy. Now, I'm using those as examples, right? So that's actually how linguistics works, and the job of a translator isn't necessarily to get a dictionary definition of anime and put it into the other language. Could you see how this is already tricky? Because if I'm taking a Japanese person writing something about anime and he's specifically talking about The Simpsons, I would have to change that because the concept signified for an American, if I was translating that over, if I wrote anime and Simpsons, it would like the wires are crossed, the Matrix, I could see through it, the world's ending. So I'd have to change that versus going the other way. If someone's talking about cartoons and they're talking about The Simpsons over to Japan, I couldn't use the word cartoon. I would have to use like anime. Likewise, if I'm writing a blog post to the anime community and I use the word cartoon, not good, right? Because they don't have that same association. So I would have to translate it in a different way than to a more general Western audience or to a Japanese audience. Life is meaningless, the actual word. Yeah, well, the signifier is meaningless until you give it meaning with the concept in your head. It was a sick joke. Oh, sorry, I didn't catch it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for talking about weird linguistic stuff. I don't normally get to talk about this with people because a lot of people focus on like Japanese, like learning the language, and I can talk about that endlessly too, but learning about like actually implementing the language into a practice like your life or something, not a lot of people get to that point or are even interested in that point, so I'm going to talk about it much. So I appreciate you letting me talk. Real quick before you guys leave, if you can, leave a like down below. It really does help the channel. I cannot express that enough. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments, feel free to leave them in the comment box down below. I do read all of them. Also, I will be on Twitch after this for like an hour. Not super long. If you guys would like, you should totally go over to Twitch and play Minecraft with me, because Minecraft is super fun, and I would like to play with you guys. So, I think that's it. I think that's all I really have to say for right now. I will see you guys over there on Twitch. Love hard, love deep, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye, and thank you for the clarification. Happy to clarify if I can. Hopefully I didn't make it worse.